Hi. Negative thoughts. These are some of the things which we do not want to experience in any case. These are some of the thoughts which we do not want to create in any circumstances, but they just itself come within our mind. So, how to get rid of negative thought and how to free our mind from negative thinking. Well, if we want to free our mind from negative thinking, then first we have to get rid of that negative emotion which we are experiencing right now within our body. Mind and body are connected. We think from our mind, experience emotion from our body. So, as long as there is any negative emotion exist within your body, these emotion will always try to keep itself alive through negative thinking. So get rid of that negative emotion first, and you will eventually get rid of negative thinking. So, how to get rid of that negative emotion which currently exists within your body? It can be a feeling of sadness, it can be a feeling of loneliness, it can be anything. So, how to get rid of it? First is accept it as it is. If you are experiencing any feeling of self doubt or loneliness, then it will definitely create some vibrations, or it will create some sensation within your body. So instead of running away from it, just observe this sensation and try to feel this sensation within your body and not to think about it. Because if we are in fear and we are observing some sensation within our body, then we eventually create thoughts like, oh my god, uh, what will I do? How will I respond? Will I be able to respond right? So, these are the thoughts which we all create when we are feeling fear, when we are feeling fear within our body. So, it is better to observe the sensation, to feel it within your body and not to think about it. Just feel it within your body. The second is to cut the link between your mind and body. Now, how to cut the link between mind and body? First is stop thinking about it. Second is when we are experiencing any negative emotion, then there is always some habitual thinking pattern which arises in our mind when we are experiencing a emotion. It can be, for example, when we have issues, when we have feeling like self doubt, then what we usually do, that my habitual thinking pattern in this case always is that I started doubting the work which I am doing, or the work which I had just submitted. So, whenever I am experiencing a feeling of self doubt, my thoughts will always like this. So, identify your habitual thinking pattern and be aware when that habitual thinking pattern again arises in your mind. Recognize it and just remove it or replace it with some positive thought. So, yeah, that's all. I can give you the example of all these scenarios when I was experiencing some fear before my job interview, then I usually had I at that time I was having some sensation within my body. So what I did, I just observing my sensation and do not create and did not create any thought regarding it. I was just observing my sensation and along with it reading something. Due to this, because my attention was completely on my reading as well as observing on my sensation, I was not creating any more negative thought, because our mind can do only one activity at one time. So you can also try it, and if you find it useful, then it will be my pleasure.